Hello, hello, and welcome if you're already here somehow, some way. Um, if you're already here somehow, some way. Um, alright, we're gonna get this started. It's just gonna be a quick one, I think. Alright, we're gonna get this started. It's just gonna be a quick one, I think. Alright, we're gonna get this started. It's just gonna be a quick one, I think. Alright, sorry for the echo. I was making sure everything was coming through and my volume was appropriate. So last night I was watching Eon Wills. So if you want to tune in, that's what it's going to be about. Um, so here on the screen, we're going to listen to one song and then we will hop into the content. I didn't tell anyone I was going live. I just kind of want to cover this because everyone gets shit wrong, and that's okay. We all get shit wrong sometimes. Um, so here we go. Do do do. Shadow Vision Radio incoming. We got brand new content. Damn, a bunch. We'll just play the Silent War. I don't know if I've
Oh,
heard it.
damn. The big baby's coming. They want me in the game. Yup, the big baby's coming. Let's get it. Get it. Yup, the big baby's coming. Yup, the big baby's coming. Yup, it. Yup, the big baby's coming. Yup, the big baby's coming. Born on the image board, 2.5 men. Learn from babyfish, now I got the game plan. Military, civilian, the silent war is over, and I came to take over. I've been planning for this shit since 2018. I was made for this shit, I'm a fucking machine. It's over, the silent war is over. I'm
going red and white, smelling iron on the night wind. Then came the first, he told us he was cursed, that he'd been with the beast and lived, and we believed him. Barren Arizona echoed through the canyons, and every woman's daughters followed the desert child, and we could feel the power. Now the smelter's silent, 'cause everything's on fire. He told us he was cursed, and we believed him. He told us he was cursed, and we believed him. Desert sun, Sonoran gold, a new king in his iron throne, with little blood and no sword. The West was his for the taking. Then came the next, we'd heard of him from friends. A message board we knew said he had proof. Barren Arizona echoed through the network, and every father's sons were at the doors with pitchforks, and they could feel the power. Now the world is on fire. He heard of him from friends, said he had proof. We'd heard of him from friends, said he had proof. The air is thick with smoke, the red sky's full of crows, and I have seen the truth. I've looked into his eyes. Barren Arizona, he walks among us now, and even when it's over, he'll never be without power. Now the whole world is burning,
All right. Well, that was Gun in a Purse and the Silent War before that. We're just going to jump right into this, I think. So last night, I'm not going to play the Eon Will stream because it was just a bunch of people getting mad at each other and getting facts wrong. But the fact of the matter is, people were talking about Jerry Davis, whatever you want to call him, his Spotlight Teen thing, and saying he's a pedo and things like that, insinuating that, and saying his wife did porn. So we're on YouTube, and I am capable of showing all of this. So I'm gonna show this just because, like, we're on YouTube and you could see it, so it's probably not as bad as you think it is. So before it was taken off the Wayback Machine, here's some of the examples. This was the home page from the earliest capture that captures Spotlight Teens. There's just some links here, and this is a request for digging about it. Here was the thing Jesse Davis showed on his stream regarding the disclaimer, whatever they wanted to say it was. So, um, let's see. I believe it's scrubbed from it. Yeah, this URL has been excluded from the Wayback Machine. So, but we do have some images here. Uh, so there was a membership that people were really worried about. It seemed to be nothing. Uh, you were able to support them. So here's some images from the actual site since everyone wants to talk shit without knowing anything. I'm not going to make claims to who these people are or anything like that because that's no one's business. But this is what the site looked like then. This is a very mild site that offered headshots and photo shoots for teens. So everything seems very normal. The fashion is very 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. So nothing there is nude, incorrect, or anything crazy. And I looked into this because I was told originally Jesse Davis was bad, bad man, and I needed to find out. So we continued to look into it. Okay, sorry about the buffering. I have weird internet setups. Um, So we continue here, and this is an example of a single person on the site, and this is what they. Oh, I agree 100%. I'm not saying anything bad about it. This is all very normal, like I'm saying. Like, this is very time appropriate as far as what the website looks like, the content. Okay, and we continue through. This is links to get to other stuff based on the site. So this is where people confuse what Jesse's site offered and what is an advertisement on a site, which you don't have full control over. So we are not affiliated with these sites below and cannot control their content. It says so on the website. So they want to conflate this other shit non-nude, blah blah blah, with it. So the contact link doesn't work. The mail info at the time. Look, and right here it says we are not affiliated with the sites below. Okay, cool. So if you're really worried about that, there is what is the controversy, the problem, the good side, the who are they, which is the Spotlight Teens, which was their thing. So this is all documented, and people want to make it something it's not. So I'm not going to read this whole thing, but a bad man, but I have it documented. So you could come read here. I see I keep buffering in and out, but I've tried to pause when it happens because I see it on my end as well. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Like, so let's continue. This was the controversy that they want to bring up, but instead, like I said, Jesse showed This, where is it? This one on stream, which is kind of the about section. And this is what people wanted, but because people aren't willing to be factual or keep the evidence or anything, and it's not Jesse's fault, they want evidence from things from 20 plus years ago, 2022, it's 2026. And this is like a warning, like, hey, be careful if your child's doing modeling. Pedophiles are real and they're out there, and protect your children, is what this disclaimer says. And then these are affiliated sites which do walk the gray area, which Jesse was talking about. They're not affiliated with his thing at all. All claim to be non-nude but have limited access, membered area. It says strange right here. Sorry, I'll zoom in a little bit so you could read this a little better. We have more photos from these other sites, which are suspect. Um, so these are the suspect sites, not affiliated with them. USD modeling, time appropriate, a little too sexy for some people's taste, but still non-graphic sexual. This is where it starts to get sus. Non-affiliated with Jesse. Non-affiliated with Jesse. Okay. So let's continue. This is all non-affiliated, as it says. Much of the content affiliated seems borderline, and all of these sites link back to them according to evidence from the third image, which is this one. That's why earlier we looked at that person. But this is site of the moment. This is an ad on a site. They aren't responsible for it. They're SEO or whatever. All right, so we continue. I look into some of these other sites. I'm not going to cover this because there are still sus sites from back in the 2000s that still exist. You could look into that on your own time. So we check it out. Spotlight Teens again, more into the future. This is now 2022 June. Boom, boom. Not much has changed. They tried to update some of their color schemes, things like that. Um, and then at this time, it seems like the lifetime of the site is over. So there was about a year of this going on, maybe a little more. We will continue. And then it was taken over by probably their service provider to run an ad because nothing was connected to it. Um, 2022, let's continue, blah, blah, blah. And then the other thing they confuse is that this other section down here, Miss Mom, as it was known at the time, was affiliated with Spotlight Teens. And this is conjecture, says it seems they're connected. Miss Mom is a wet and messy Wham actress and seems to be an owner admin of STL, which there was no proof of that. This person is claiming it. All right. This is a kind of sexy montage of uh, Pavana. We can play it if you want, but that's not, we're not trying to just play sexy images. Um, Here's more. This is more from the Miss Mom site when I existed. You see it says Miss Mom. Uh, these are images that were available. Notice none of them are pornographic. Not a single one. I'm playing it on YouTube for you. You could go view this at the link like I showed. Everything's non-pornographic. Uh, Safe for work. It may be a fetish and not what you're into, but we continue. Miss Mom seemed to exist during the same time. Between 2002 and 2003, you can see the following pages. I believe Miss Mom is also no longer archived on the. Yeah, it's been excluded. Good job, Jesse. Um, and then we continue. Here's more Miss Mom content. Pavana was pretty, and y'all are mad at the time. Here was the info, the site, missmom.com. Uh, You can see this is my computer. I still have all the same applications basically. There's Final Fantasy in the bottom left. So I curated all this because I was told that she's real bad. And you see they were honest in her bio, what was going on, 4 children. You could contact her. So this is the facts. And like you may not like the facts, you may not really like what's going on, but I figured I'd keep it short and simple and show you and give you a jumping off point if you're really interested in trying to be a better researcher than all the people who have looked into this for years, several times, and not been able to prove that he's as bad of a man as some people claim. So that basically sums it up. Yeah, I know. I'm showing them on YouTube. Of course they're not pornographic, Ange. Mm, all right. Well, that covers that. Boom. There was something else I was going to talk about. What was it? Hold on. Let's do this.
Yeah, Shadow Vision Radio, broadcasting from the corners of the net. Baby fist in the building, laughing man in command. Baby fist, yeah, we back in the mix. Shadow Vision on a mission, we don't play with the scripts. From the rumor to the drama, turn the lies to the hit. Say yo, welcome to the network where the shadow commits. Baby fist, yeah, we back in the mix. Shadow Vision on a mission, we don't play with the scripts. From the rumor to the drama, turn the lies to the hit. Say yo, welcome to the network where the shadow commits. From the 80s to tomorrow, I'm a broadcast ghost with a laugh like a glitch in the signal you host. Got a crew full of guards and they rock coast to coast. Every word that I drop like a cipher I post. This that baby fist era where the vision get clearer. If the truth too loud, better cover your mirror. Shadow Vision leader, make the static sound nearer. When the feeds go glitch, I appear in the error. Baby fist, drop a fist in the mist. Laughing man, no plan, we exist in the crypt. Shadow Vision on the wave, watch the numbers uplift. If the world go mad, we the ones in the rift. We talk drama, politics, satire, and facts. Where the rumors get cooked like we stirring the cracks. If they talking that cap, we just send it right back. Turn a lie to a bit, turn a tweet to a track. This a lore, maybe not, this a lore in the making. Like a glitch in the matrix or a dream that awakened. From the boards to the site, see the memes that we shaping. Put the crown on the ghost, cause the throne for the taking. Shadow Vision Radio, where the stories breathe, where the shadows talk, where the echoes scream. Baby fist, keep it locked, don't switch. Shadow Vision till the signal get rich. If you tune to the sound, you already in the crypt. Welcome home to the channel, now enjoy the bridge. Baby fist, baby fist. Baby fist, baby fist.
Well. I see we have mixed opinions in the chat, which is very good. That's what we should have. Because if you want to not be happy that Jesse allowed his wife to do that or question their relationship or values, go right ahead. That's everyone's opinion. But as far as the actual accusations of illegal content, associations with him directly being involved with exploitation of uh, children or anyone else, I have yet to find evidence. I've looked for it plenty of times. I've tried to um, prove that he's a bad man, and every time I come around to it, would I make the same choices Jesse did? Probably not. Would do it does that mean they're innately bad? No. Like those are choices that they made together and they are fine with them. They seem to have a healthy relationship. No, I would not advertise that, but yeah, see, so you're allowed to question it, but how much control did they have over their advertising? You know, those are the questions we should be asking. If you, like, out of what we looked at, uh, reopen, close tab. What we looked at, which was this. The only sus stuff is from contact doesn't work anymore. These three, which were not affiliated with their actual site, these links here, which I didn't open due to the fact that they aren't as clean and I don't trust them as the previous sites were. And then we are not affiliated with the sites below and cannot control their content. So you want to blame them for that? Okay, I get it. But that's not the same as blaming them for exploiting Christina. And I'm not here to simp for Jesse or be like, oh, Jesse's right. Oh, yeah, I don't think Blazin ever claimed it was illegal. She has different problems with Jesse about his sharing of personal content and then getting salty about it and then their investigations into each other. But um, I'm not going to open it up today, but I was figuring out how to use this here StreamYards in accompaniment with the OBS to see if it was feasible. So we're going to get a quick behind the scene look over here. We'll start the virtual camera. Cool, there we go. What's funny is I could like tell you I'm buffering. I'm clearly connected to the internet and everything, but it wants to freak out because of how my networks work. You don't ever notice it unless you're live streaming. Alright, so that looks right. And I could basically just work from StreamYards from here. Um, and like I have it set up so that my camera and background is all set up in StreamYards. Alright, nothing to see here, guys. Alright, cool. So this looks right. And then I have like my setups. So, oh no, where'd all the scenes go? Oh, that sucks. What the freak happened? Yeah, and I just have it so that it's squished to only show. Okay, cool. Now it says 3. Oh, I'm not worried about people being judgmental. You could be as judgy as you want. You could dislike them for their opinions and everything like that. Just the facts of the matter, like there was no proof of exploitation that I could find at all that was associated with them and their spotlight teams and all of that. So it's just difficult to sit there. Like I fell asleep, the stream was on, I woke up in the middle of the night and they're all yelling about nonsense. I give a listen in for a second and I'm like, oh my god, that's like 20 years ago. and you're like wrong about what you're bitching about. So, it was just difficult. No, why'd you stop? Okay, cool. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to check that StreamYard out. I figured I'd make something productive of it. Um, yeah, I agree with that, Blazin, that things have really gotten drawn out. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. What the fuck? FBI, bro. They've been saying it for years. They're gonna get him and whatever. Now the FBI is involved somehow, and they're investigating people. I would really like some more information on that and what the fuck that actually means. Yeah, I was in and out because I tried to sleep and I forgot I had it on, and then people got loud. But yeah, I don't know. I think that, and so, let's see. Do I have it readily available? Yo, yo, what up, pattern? I should say hey to everybody. I think that's the polite thing to do. Ange 100, first in the room. Then we have Angel, good old Pavlov's corn dog. We got Blazin in the house. Jesse is probably lurking back there at work, like, yeah, get him, Matt, get him, tell him the truth. Uh, nah, my mic's up right now. I'm like in orange according to OBS. It could be a little closer, probably. I like pushed it away when I was doing things. So, yeah, Jesse claims to have called the FBI. Let's see, what's his channel? Sewer. I have too many channels I've subscribed to. Excuse me. Sewer King. That is his channel. Sewer King. One of these. Um,
No, they won't hide.
okay. No. So it's the one without the outro. So this shit was crazy. Right here. All right, all right. So
to get her to do, and others, by the way. We can go through those emails from Jacqueline Weaver at some point because I do have them. But yeah, that's another supposed journalist that you were trying to get to do hit pieces on somebody,
okay. So it's a
including
couple
myself
seconds
and
forward.
others.
Max
Yeah,
bet.
the
Yeah.
clip
All
cut.
right. So I don't
Very
care what
sure
Jesse
what I
said. Sorry, Jesse.
loyally, some of us look at the
Okay, so
attention.
here's the clip he wanted you to pay attention to. Here's what he says. He's like, oh, pay attention to the clip. I'm Jerry Davis. All right, caw. And he's like, I'm Jerry Davis. Listen to me. All right. So it's Jerry Davis, Jesse Davis, for real. Daniel over here on the actual stream that was happening on Sewer King's channel, and he's playing a clipped Zoom call so he doesn't show the FBI guy's face over here. Let's make sure we turn up from 420 to 720, whatever his max is. We'll full screen it for you.
Okay, great. So I think what I'll do, I may need to talk to you individually. It might work a little better like that, just because when I write my report, it's hard to, if two people are talking, it can become unclear about who's providing what information.
Correct.
So Jesse, if I could maybe talk to you first.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Oh
That's live Jesse Davis saying, oh fuck.
my God. Does the lower left-hand corner there, does that,
Okay, it says T dot parentheses SU space parentheses FBI space light OBS on fire, bro. I'm gonna light OBS on fire. Yeah, dude. The shirter is torture. I don't know why Jesse does it. He needs to clip it, and then maybe I'd watch that. Normally just set the phone down in the background, turn it down till David stops talking. So he removes the chat so that we could see clearly over here on the right hand side. I think you could see my mouse. Yeah, we see Jesse Davis in his home. Which is crazy.
Right-hand lower corner.
We covered that.
Like,
I read it.
You can hear me.
great.
See, talk. Holy God.
So
True.
that was his big reveal
You
on
just say fuck all you
Freaky Friday. And then we had, let's not get confused, that was Freaky Friday. And then he covered Denise on a really short stream, about 45 minutes, going, oh shit, I think the FBI's after us, or whatever. And she's like, that's gotta be fake. And Jesse's like, nah, it's real. And then here on Sunday Funday, he did his normal. He covers Denise. You can see her in the background there. He covers Johnny Dub and David about Hitman bullshit. He once again clips the FBI shit. And I was like, oh man, what the fuck is really going on with this FBI shit? He continues to talk about Johnny Dub with Penis Enigma when he comes up. He shows some of the documentations about victim complaints with the Department of Justice addressed to Paula Davis, which I found to be crazy. If you want, you could read this. Search Sewer King on the YouTube. It's at the 2 hour. And then there's another clip I don't understand. Like who the problem is and what the problem is. So I actually think it's in the Denise video where he plays it. Yeah. So it's right here, sorry. I was looking in the wrong video. Don't want to mislead you. So right here. Yeah. So he makes a clip for everyone for a little bit of what he discussed with the FBI agent, allegedly.
Just bring the goods.
We'll let him speak for
right,
himself.
Everybody, let's do that.
Hear me, it sounds like. Okay, great. So I think what I'll do, I may need to talk to you individually. It might work a little better like that, just because when I write my report, it's hard to, if two people are talking, it can become unclear about who's providing what information.
Correct.
So
this is at the 27-minute mark, roughly, in the Oh Denise, You Have No Clue Sewer Town from, I believe, Saturday afternoon.
Jesse, if I could maybe talk to you first,
Yes.
we could do that. That might be a little bit easier just to make it so things are clear.
Yes.
So, we talked earlier. I'm with the FBI in Provo, and I got your talk to you first.
Oh, but wait, he said we talked earlier, which means we had a prior conversation, me and this FBI guy, and he clearly says I'm with the FBI in Provo. Oh, fuck, Provo, Utah. Isn't that where fucking Tommy Boy lives? Oh, fuck.
I have no idea.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. We could do that. That might be a little bit easier just to make it so things are clear. Yes. So, we talked earlier. I'm with the FBI in Provo, and I got your online tip or complaint. Yes. And so I just was going to ask you some questions about what you submitted. I guess I'll start off getting a couple of pieces of biographical information. I think I have your address that was put in there when you sent the complaint in. Obviously, I've got your phone number. What's your date of birth? Okay. And so I guess we'll just...
So I want you guys to understand, this clip I'm playing,
Was Jesse too afraid to tell us how old he is because he's an old fart? He's just an old fart going on 80. I'm just kidding, Jesse. You ain't 80. I think you're, 62?
You're also going to realize the story's never changed. That's all I'm saying.
War never changes, Jerry Davis. War never changes. I'm sorry, the way he said that.
Start out. So this Thomas Schellenberger.
Yes.
How do you know him?
Ran across her in June of 17 via those puzzles, and he instantly looked for vulnerabilities and, things about her, and then they just slowly started sucking her into what I consider a cult. I call it a cult. It reminds me of Scientology. And he passed her off to a woman by the name of Lisa Clapier, who was supposedly or is supposedly a licensed awakening coach.
Oh, shit. Is that guy actually taking notes?
Oh, shit. I don't care, Jesse. My commentary, not yours. Is that guy actually taking notes? Huh. That's not good. So, I just want to get the names that Jesse talks about out here. So far, it's been T.S. the Dude, Lisa Clapier, his own wife, Pavana, being involved due to Thomas's enticement, luring, whatever you may or may not call it. By the way,
holy fuck.
And they were bombarding my wife with emails and these weird fantasy-style stories about spirituality and stuff, and telling her things like she was in-line descendant to inherit the wealth of the world and this and that. And Mr. Schoenberger himself often has referred to himself as the reincarnation of Saint Germain. It's really crazy stuff. So anyway, my wife got involved with the puzzles, ran into this Mr. Schoenberger, and he immediately just kind of sunk his claws into her and started, sucking her in. And after I researched it all, after she had this bad mental breakdown, because of all of this, I started research, and I found out his involvement, and I found out that he had frauded numerous women out of hundreds of thousands of dollars in very similar situations to my wife. These women also were attacked, just like my wife. And I found it odd that the first thing this man asked my wife when they ran across each other online was, "What do you do for a living? And what does your husband do for a living?" And, they seem to fish for information from you, and then they use that information against you. They twist a narrative against you, and they use it to attack you. So when my wife had her breakdown, I still didn't know who this guy was. I didn't know anything about him. And after her breakdown, her breakdown initially happened on September the 8th of 2017. So a matter of months after meeting this guy. And they had sent her, at that point, about 1,000 emails. Crazy stuff. And I have them all. And she had this breakdown, and so when I started looking into this guy, I'm like, okay, this guy's tied to all of this crap. Well, then she had her breakdown. I took her to the hospital emergency room. So on October 25th, 2 days before my birthday, 2017, she had another very bad episode. And the police were actually called to our home by our son. And the police came, and they explained to my wife that she needed to go into a facility and seek some help. They told her as long as she agreed to go with me, they wouldn't take her physically themselves. So she did agree, and I took her to the facility. While she was at the facility, she signed a note saying that they're not to speak to anyone but her husband. Well, about 3 months later, I managed to get the medical records. And within the medical records, it clearly states that they spoke to a Dr. Thomas Schoenberger, a neurologist from California.
Okay, so as far as alleged crimes, we have previous money unpaid. We have this doctor episode. So I'm trying to understand why the FBI wants in on these crimes. I'm just thinking out loud for you guys.
Yeah. And Mr. Schoenberger proceeded to tell this facility that my wife didn't need to be there, that she was just a woman that needed some sleep. And he actually gave a prognosis, his own diagnosis, and recommended that they give her Xanax, which he had told me personally in emails. If I needed to get Xanax on the street, go get some Xanax for her, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I was concerned at that point. So I filed a lawsuit against the facility for violation of HIP laws. And I also included the info about what they said, because the Schoenberger guy said that she didn't need to be there, and he, you know, apparently posed as a doctor, or even if they said he was a doctor, whatever the case, they referred to him as Dr. Schoenberger. Nowhere in the documents does it say he told him he wasn't a doctor, and he basically acted as if he was a doctor by what he said to them, and that's why they sent her home. They sent her home with me again with no diagnosis, no medication. There's a lot of real scary shit involved here. This guy has made people believe that he has a brother-in-law that's in the FBI, so that he's untouchable, the Schoenberger guy, and that he's got all these high connections to government. They've attempted and threatened to swap my home numerous times in emails and social media threads. They sent Adult Protective Services to my home and told Adult Protective Services that I was holding my wife captive in a compound here and that I was abusing her.
Oh, fuck, Denise. That's right. That was you, wasn't it, Denise? Oh, shit. Do you think...
Okay, so we got our culprit number 3, apparently, so far, mentioned by Jesse's own voice. He said, so Thomas Schoenberger, Denise Matau, and Lisa Clapier have been the names so far. So we got 3 suspects, guys. This is true crime in the making.
Jesse gave them the video of you admitting to filing that false report with Adult Protective Services? Oh, fuck, Denise. If you're out of bed, you better be fucking listening.
They tried to send CPS here, which didn't work out because I don't have any young children any longer. But they've even recently drugged my daughter into this LARP or PSYOP, whatever the hell it is.
Oh, fuck.
Coon, and like I said, they've defamed my business. They've reached. She's an adult now.
All of this?
She's an adult now, but they stole images off her social media from when she was 16 years old, and they were passing them around all over the internet, making fun of her, sexually harassing her. They even posted stuff on 4chan and.
Okay, so there's implications of people there. We're not going to say the names yet. Let's continue listening to what he's saying to the FBI.
8kun, and like I said, they've defamed my business. They've reached out to my competitors here locally. And I have a terabyte worth of screen captures and videos. The Schoenberger created 1,000 videos on several different YouTube accounts, stalking and defaming numerous people, including myself.
I'm a buffer. So, for Blazin, I'm going to explain how my network works. I paused the video so you don't miss the video. But yeah, so I have a network where I'm on 2 networks at any given time on my Wi-Fi, and they all switch at different hour